Department's coverage of high school girls soccer. Tonight, a late conference matchup between two of the top teams in the conference and the state. The Hopkins Royals hosting the Wayzata Trojans. With Sig Glagri, I'm John Jacobson, and welcome to our coverage here tonight at Hopkins High School. Second meeting, Sig, of the season between these two teams. Wayzata winning 1-0 a couple of weeks ago. Today, Hopkins gets them on their pitch. A little bit smaller field than Wayzata. Hopkins hope to take advantage of that and win the rematch tonight.
Absolutely, giving the Wayzata players less chance to move around and place the ball. As you said, the Hopkins team lost 1-0 a few weeks ago. Coming into the last week, Wayzata on a roll, undefeated, only giving up one run or one goal. Then all of a sudden they were up against Minneapolis and then Edina. So they got two losses, racked up quickly, which is not too bad for the team because it gives them a little bit of more impetus to get into this kind of game. There's no such thing as a gimme in this conference anymore. There's way too much parity. If you look at the conference standing, that shows exactly how tough and how difficult this conference is.
Wayzata comes into tonight 9-2-1 on the season, and Hopkins 8-3, and a good side for them. And it's a team, remember, 2 years ago beat Wayzata to go to the state tournament, and so they've got some good recent history against Wayzata. And overall in their program, they still have a few girls that were on that section championship team 2 years ago, and like I said, playing pretty well this year with that 8-3 mark.
They're playing very well, and they're anxious to play this game because for what is it now, 20-some years, Wayzata has always had a Hopkins number when it comes into the sections in the conference. Now all of a sudden Hopkins is right there, and they're right with them, and Wayzata knows that. They can't afford to lose this game. They've only got a few more games left in the year or the season before the sections, so they have to play their best on both sides because the seedings are coming up soon, and they are important.
And these teams, of course, could meet again coming up in the Section 6 AA playoffs. We'll take a break and come back and start this one. Wayzata and Hopkins girls soccer next on 12 Sports.
Most of my family, they never graduated high school or even let alone go to college, so I'm trying to break that barrier. Every day after work, went straight to school, studied hard, and it paid off. I could not have done it alone. I see the future is really bright for me. The high school diploma is just added to the confidence, and now I feel unstoppable.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Beautiful afternoon for soccer here at Hopkins High School. Temperature in the upper 60s. Not a cloud in the sky as we get ready for Wayzata and Hopkins. Lineups being introduced out on the field. Let's look at our head coaches. Both have been around a long time. Tony Pesnicker has had a lot of success at Wayzata. Started back in 1989. Several state championships, conference championships, a lot of victories on his side of the ledger over the years.
Absolutely, his 27th year as head coach of Wayzata, as we've done. Same before, I've seen him so many times playing for the Minnesota Thunder, and he brings all that experience and technique to his high school.
And for Hopkins, Keith Pavelka, again, his team coming in 8-3 on the season. Has done a very good job with this Hopkins team over the years. We will take a break. We'll come back with the start of this one. Hopkins Wayzata soccer next.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
John Jacobson with Sig Ligry ready to start the first half. Hopkins Wayzata Girls Soccer live for you this afternoon here on 12 Sports. Wayzata starters McKenna Stoner gets the start in goals. She's got 4 goals against is all she's allowed on the season and 0.52 goals against average. Defenders Megan Maleka, Grace Colteen, Hannah Hyde. Midfielders Megan Prozic, Alexis Hayden, Addison Clark, Ava Brewer and Emily Dillon. Their forwards Morgan Turner and Marissa Kalkar. For Hopkins, Jordan Petty is their keeper. She's got 5 shutouts on the season. Has played every minute in goal this year for Hopkins. The rest of their starters, Lauren Sperling, Allison Davis, Laura Frank, Kylie Newcomb. Midfielders, Chance Douglas, Isabel Olson, Lavin Douglas, and Ellen Frank. Ashley Aiken, forward, been their top scorer this year with 7 goals and 5 assists. And Anna Giesling as well, one of the players that was a starter 2 years ago for a Hopkins team that got to the state tournament, now a senior. Wayzata in their road yellow uniforms, Hopkins in the home white with the blue trim.
And no wind to speak of. The flag is just absolutely quiet.
And when they're underway, possession early for Wayzata. Megan Prozic is number 22, just a freshman. Now they lose possession, headed down right sideline, out of play. First touched by Hopkins, so we'll get a throw in here for Wayzata. Morgan Turner's had a good year for Trojans, 11 goals and 4 assists. Has the throw in here. Ball bouncing in front of the net, loose out in front of Petty, and she dives out on top of it.
Good offensive set that time by the Trojans. Trying to overpower the goal area, but the keeper came in and Petty picked it up, now punts it way down the field.
And we mentioned in the pregame sig, this pitch a little bit more narrow than what Wayzata plays on and a lot of teams play on. So plays like that, when you get a throw in deep in the offensive zone or a corner kick, can be a little more dangerous if you're the defensive team.
Yes, it is. And these teams have a lot of good experience with throw-ins are going to be important.
You throw in here for Hopkins. Allison Davis will put it in play. Trapped on the sideline, pushed up ahead by Chance Douglas. Comes back to Douglas. Got past her. And Hopkins will play it out to the middle. Trapped there by Isabel Olson. Head for Aiken. Aiken dangerous. Nice little move. Steps around a defender. Trying to get free in the middle of the field to get a shot away. Does. And it's save made by Stoner. But a good opportunity for Aiken. Sig freed herself enough. Did a good shot on net.
Made a great move, went across the field, maintaining control of the ball, and got a good shot off. And Stoner brought that one in. Was it trying to move the ball around?
get it back, and defender Megan Maleka playing it up ahead, cross midfield. Hayden, and it's blocked by Davis and out. Look at the chance by Aiken a moment ago.
Luger take up that real estate, sees where the keeper is, takes a shot, and Stoner right there with a good grab.
Colpeen able to stop. Pass, got it ahead for Clark. Now deep left side.
They got numbers if they can get it across.
Emily Dillon chipping it out in front. It goes just wide of Petty in the Hopkins net here.
Look how close this one is on the near post. About a foot.
Goal kick for Hopkins. It's headed out of bounds by Wayzata. We're going to throw in for Hopkins. It's like the end of the regular season next week already in high school soccer, and playoffs beginning after that. We'll have section finals in a little less than, or about 2 weeks, or a little over 2 weeks, excuse me.
Yeah, and we'll see who's going to. I mean, there's no way telling who's going to show up at the finals. There's so many teams that are battling for the positions. Wayzata in their section 6 AA are up on top according to the rankings, but we only got a couple games left for Wayzata. I think we got 3 games for Hopkins, and anything can happen.
Section final scheduled for October the 18th. At the high seed, and sometimes that's a doubleheader. We've seen Wayzata host doubleheaders before, but certainly not always. They have to get there first of all.
Yeah, exactly.
And earn the #1 seed for that to happen.
So on paper they should be there, but paper doesn't mean anything. It's going to be done on the field. And like I said, there's just too much competition.
Pass intercepted by Wayzata briefly, then taken back by Hopkins as Ellen Frank moves it ahead right side. For Olsen, chipped ahead across midfield, but a little too far, and played away by Maleka for Wayzata. Now it's Clark up the right side on a pass to Brewer, out of play, off Hopkins, throw in by Prozich, back out by Hopkins, and another throw in, but another 10 yards closer here for Wayzata.
Yeah, whatever it takes to move the ball down.
Prozich trying to work it down to Morgan Turner, and it's off of Hopkins, so we'll get our first corner kick of the night.
That's a throw.
No, it is a throw in, you're right. Throw in here by Turner. Missed on her teammate trying to get the header. Well, drilled right back out by Hopkins, and they'll do it again.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll get to see that one more time.
Prozich is going to take this one.
Might be better off with just a shorter throw-in and try and get a return pass.
And this one off
That's
the
even
defender.
better.
This will be a corner kick.
If you can't get a pass, get a corner. And we know historically Wayzata can be devastating on corners. It's something they practice a lot.
Short pass comes out. Maleka.
Oh my goodness.
Crossbar and over.
That was close. What an interesting setup this was. Look at this setup pass right here. Stops it. Takes a nice high shot. Look at that. Perfectly placed, but just a little bit high. I like that setup.
So each team with the scoring chance so far remains 0-0. Just over 6.5 minutes into play. This is Clark with it. Right side pass. Brewer. Up ahead. There to chase it down is Turner. Out of play off Hopkins. Throw in again for Wayzata.
Wayzata keeping the pressure on. Good look there at Morgan Turner, number 9.
Prozich throw in. Short pass for Turner. Header away by Hopkins. Williams can't quite clear. Played back toward the Hopkins goal. Now on the right side, it's Clark. Trying to free up some room. We got pass in front. Shot
Wow.
saved by Petty. Good setup on the pass in front by Clark. And then the shot on net by Brewer. But Petty comes up with a stop.
I had to juggle it a little bit, but kept it in front of her. And that's something that coaches tell me before the game. The Wayzata offense has been doing a pretty good job of getting open and doing set plays. They're just having trouble getting the ball past the keeper for the final shot, getting some results. We have an equipment issue here with the Hopkins player.
Wayzata with matches against Eden Prairie and Minnetonka next week, the 6th and the 8th of October. Hopkins, a match against St. Louis Park here on Saturday, and then they've got Edina and Eden Prairie next week. Now back to the action out of the timeout. Wayzata with control deep in their own end. Play to midfield. Chipped ahead by Geistling. Geistling getting it ahead. Good fight for the ball there and cleared away by Wayzata. Excellent defensive play by Hayden. Now it comes to Turner. But it'll move by Brewer to keep Hopkins off the ball. Clark. And it's broken up by Geisting. Out on the right side, chasing it down. Olsen able to keep it in play. Olsen's pass broken up. Sent back down by the Trojans. Comes to the foot of Laura Frank. Takeaway by Hyde for Wayzata. After it goes Turner. Trying to keep it in play. It's off of Hopkins. Quick throw in. Petty comes out. The ball is loose and it's in. Put away by Ava Brewer. And the sophomore midfielder gives Wayzata a 1-0 lead with her second goal of the season.
And we were talking about finishing the play. Here's a missed hole by the keeper, and then Brewer right there to put it in. Good perseverance by the Trojans. Try to get the assist on that one.
Yeah, I don't think there was any assist because it went off the
keeper,
went off the defender and then the keeper. I think it'll be Brewer unassisted there. 9:09 into the match. Wayzata, who scored the only goal of the match when these teams played on September 13th. It's up 1-0 here.
And trying to keep the ball into the Hopkins end.
Played out to midfield. Hopkins pass coming to Douglas. Ahead and Prozic playing it for Wayzata. Aiken now with a foot on it. And that's broken up. Left side by Maleka. Off of her and out of play. They'll give a throw in to the Royals. Here's Clark. Right side, Prozic. And to call Carr back to Prozic.
Good battle for it here.
Carr with good control on that ball. Maleka chipping it ahead, controlled by Clark now. Addison Clark, nice little through ball. Carr, right side.
Looking
has
for
a little
a cross.
space, crossing it out in front, and was off a foot there, blocked, or trapped rather, by Clark. She turns back toward the net, shot on goal, and hits the side of the net, not a play. But boy, some excellent passing and footwork and teamwork and everything right there for Wayzata. He didn't put it away, but it was a great show of soccer there for about 45 seconds.
Well, that's exactly what Coach was telling me. They do a great job of controlling the ball, passing it, and finishing has been an issue, but they are absolutely controlling the tempo of the game right now. Hopkins trying to get reorganized.
Down into the Royals' end, cleared away by Giesting, out of play. Throw in Wayzata. That's a little bit high, but then off of Franken out, and we'll get another throw in for the Trojans. Holmgar will take this one. Ball deflects, comes right out in front. Nice little move by Brewer with a shot, and goes wide, deflects wide off of Hopkins. We'll get a corner kick for Wayzata. Sweet little move there by Ava Brewer to get free and set up the corner kick for her team.
Like I said, they are moving the ball well, especially inside the Hopkins area.
Here's Clark on the throw-in, or excuse me, on the corner kick. Waits, now we'll put it in play.
A little deep.
High and off the head of Kalkar. Bouncing in front, and a header. Still free. Wayzata trying to turn and get a shot on net here.
Just too much traffic.
But still with control of the ball. Hopkins can't clear. Now they do. Off to the left and out of play. Toward their bench, it'll be a throw-in for Wayzata. Trojans couldn't do anything with it, but Hopkins had a hard time clearing there. Throw in here for Clark. Turning it, Kalkar, ball to the middle. Cleared away, comes stopped by Hayden. Comes free to Turner, and her shot blocked. Laura Frank on that blocked shot. Able to stop Morgan Turner point blank. Now Brewer after it again. Clark got a foot on it. Up in the air and cleared to the right side. Off the foot of Giesting. And knocked down was Olsen, and we'll get a whistle. It's our first foul, isn't it, Sig?
Yes, it is.
Played nearly 15 minutes here, the first half. For substitution, Eliza Ratliff, senior defender, will come in and replacing Laura Frank. Clark with the pass to Turner.
Boy, they just keep pushing the ball down.
Crossing pass by Dillon, broken up. Comes back to the foot, though, of Hayden. Dillon playing it back to the middle. Now Hopkins trying to do something with it. Ellen Frank moving it up ahead. Too far out in front of Aiken as Maleka got there first for Wayzata. Maleka lost it briefly to Lavin Douglas. Comes back to Maleka again. She'll start up and take away from her by Aiken.
Well, Aiken with a nice takeaway here. Tries to feed it up to the left side.
Almost got it through to Chance Douglas. And this one put in on net, and Stoner making the save on the long shot by Kylie Newcomb. Takeaway by Hayden. Turning is Kalkar. Up the left side, nobody there though, it's out of play. Hopkins throw in. Lauren Sperling will throw it in. Here's Emily Dillon. Chipped ahead, missed on the pass to Lavin Douglas. Out of play, throw in though for Wayzata. Trying to get it to Kalkar, too far, and then off the foot of Davison out. And we'll have a corner kick from the far side here for Wayzata. First time on that end of the pitch. But they'll try the corner. Will be set up by Clark.
See Wayzata stacking their players in front of the goal area. And again, a little bit high, a little bit outside. Hopkins neatly defended that and kicked it out.
Hopkins playing it up through to midfield. Up comes Newcomb, trying to get it ahead.
Just lost control of it and would be a throw in for the Trojans again.
Newcomb ahead to Douglas. Lavin Douglas this is. To Olsen. Olsen. And her pass intercepted by Maleka. We got a throw in for Wayzata. Maleka will leave it back for Brewer to put in play. Well, coming back in to play as Hopkins took control. Trying to slide it through. Chance Douglas. And Maleka playing it to her left. Out of play. We're going to throw in here for Hopkins. Wilson will take it. Excuse me.
Go ahead. Royals now with the opportunity for their set play.
That's off of Hopkins. We'll get a goal kick for Wayzata.
So Stoner again with the goal kick.
Across midfield comes Wayzata again. Brewer had the goal earlier. Out of the foot of Clark. Prozic.
Yeah, nice ball movement. Kelker with a cross.
Broken up, came back to Prozic. Out of play, throw in Wayzata.
Probably a good idea there by Hopkins to get the ball over the touchline so they can come back and regroup, because Wayzata is just buzzing around out there.
Throw into Prozic. Trying to get it to Kalkar, but Hopkins able to double team on the ball there. Comes bouncing though to Petty.
Wow.
A long try, and she's able to scoop that up.
I thought that was going to go over the goal line, but that ball had so much spin on it. Wish I could do that with my golf game.
High in the air toward midfield. Header by Hopkins. Cleared away.
And driven right back in. This is the kind of offense you want from your team. Get the takeaway and then drive it right back in.
Sperling tried to play it ahead, but broken up. Good hustle after it as Dillon get Wayzata control of the ball again. Crossing pass, trying to get it to Clark. She's free on the right side. Clark with a shot. Oh, and just fired it high.
Another one just over the crossbar. Look at this. All by herself. Takes a shot. Just over the top. I don't think Petty could have been there in time if that would have gone down any. It's a great opportunity by Addison Clark. And here they come again. Hopkins unable to clear the field. And they're right back on defense, offside this time.
Possession Hopkins. And boot by Giesting up toward midfield and off of Hayden and out of play. Hopkins possession again.
Substitution coming off the Hopkins runs, number 13. Adler.
The battle along the sideline, controlled by Wayzata. Giesting broke it up, spins it back right side. Onto the foot, though, of Emily Dillon of Wayzata. Dillon's short pass left side. Broken up, sent to midfield. Header back for Wayzata. Onto the foot of Brewer. Little through ball. Comes through to the left side. And off of Hopkins, we'll get a corner kick for Wayzata. They're fourth here in the first half.
Yeah, looking over at our ace statistician, that's our fourth corner.
Clark will set it up here. Has Turner near her, see if they go with a short pass or.
Well, all the corner kicks have been high and long. And a little bit outside. Now, are they going to do a little tap with return? That didn't work. Hopkins picks that one off.
Broken up, and it's Maleka getting it back for Wayzata. She'll cross it out in front. Chipped ahead by Abby Mandler of Hopkins. Shot on net on a bounce and the save by Petty.
Couldn't get a whole lot on that one. The ball was up in the air when she made contact. But Petty, no problem getting that one, and has a nice kick midfield. Trying to get Aiken into the play.
Left side,
little push.
Bump on the ball there. I don't think they're going to call anything other than the ball out of bounds. And
yeah,
they got a throw in.
Right. Both players were kind of pushing at each other. Nobody got an advantage, so no call.
Wayzata will play it deep into Hopkins in. Kalkar giving chase. And an offside.
And what we have a second here. The center referee for this match is Dries Hashem. The ER1 is Jack Chen. And on the far side, ER2 is Matt Tiano. And it's got to be a well-called game when you only have one foul called, and we're into the down to 16 minutes to go.
Yep. Now we get another one.
I had to say that, right?
Wayzata foul will give Hopkins possession. Maybe a chance to set something up offensively. Had that scoring chance very early, 2 minutes into the match by Aiken, but really nothing since then.
Oh, they had one shot on goal that wasn't really a hard shot, but this is an opportunity with a set play.
Giesting, a long one on net, punched back out by Stoner. Aiken gets a foot on it, and Stoner's got to come over and make a save on that.
There's a nice shot. Ball's up in the air, comes right to the right side of Stoner. Goes over and picks it off.
Now in midfield, Chance Douglas. Play it deep left side. Too far for Aiken, out of play. Throw in Wayzata.
Boy, she was just flying down the field. Almost caught up with that ball.
Grace Colpeen on the throw in. Cross midfield. Turner's going to try to chase it down, but getting there first is Sperling for Hopkins. Ball free, Sperling. And turned back by Clark. Addison Clark is going to get it to Kalkar. That was broken up. Mandler got it back and chipped ahead by Giesting. Now into the foot of Olsen. She went down. Good battle and winning control by Dillon. Flips the field, getting it all the way to the right side of the play. Last touch by Wayzata. Eliza Ratliff will throw it in. In for Chance Douglas. Header by Dillon. Taken by Sperling. And ahead for Isabel Olsen. Olsen goes down. Long pass ahead is a chance for Hopkins. In deep, a shot and a goal. And we're tied at 1. Lavin Douglas with her 6th goal of the season ties it at 1.
This nice hustle here comes right down. Defense just lets that one in. And Stoner no chance with a nice left-footed shot. Here it is again. Nice placement of the ball to the left and underneath the arms of the keeper for the equalizer.
Say what's the old saying? You only need one chance.
That's right.
And Hopkins takes advantage there. Got behind the defense, and great job by Douglas to put the ball away. So we're tying up at 1 now. So we work down toward 13 minutes to play in this first half. Hopkins Wayzata boys become later tonight here at approximately 7 o'clock. You're watching live here on this Thursday on Channel 12. You can see the boys game live on the web via our live stream link. Go to our website at 12.tv to see that. Now Hopkins trying to get another scoring opportunity. Passed in front by Ratliff. Now cleared back to the right side. And up in the air. Hannah Hyde getting a good strong leg into that ball. Help clear it away for the Trojans. Chased down by Ratliff for Hopkins. Almost ran into Turner. Got the ball past her. And able to feed it to Douglas, Chance Douglas. Then to Lavin Douglas. Douglas and Clark going down. And a foul called on Wayzata here. Geesting will put it in play.
Was that defense that time clearing it out? Beat to the far side.
From midfield, Clark goes down.
Hopkins with a little bit of motivation and momentum after that goal.
Mandler, right side. Blocked by Hyde and cleared away. Out to midfield. And it's Kolkar with it. At right side, Brewer after it. But getting there first for Hopkins is Ratliff. Out of play. And it's going to be a free kick here for Hopkins off the Wayzata foul. There's Turner. Left side, Davis. Drops it back. Cleared ahead, back by Hyde. Whistle.
Stopping the clock. It's either an injury or we're going to have a card.
It sounded like they said to get a trainer out here. I don't see what, unless they're calling over Isabel Olsen. She has a cut or something, and something the referee spotted, but they're going to pull her out right here, and Mary O'Neill will come in for her. She looks fine, and no one's tending to her, so I'm not sure why she has to come out, but
I have no idea.
And then Wayzata gets a free kick, and Keith Pavelka doesn't like that.
Yeah, I would think that's shouldn't that be a drop ball? Two officials there talking about it. Matt Tiano on the far side. Dries Hashem again, center referee.
Well, you have possession to Hopkins.
To Hopkins, okay. Got that figured out.
Just want to roll all the way back to Stoner. Out to midfield, got past Lavin Douglas. Whistle, and a Hopkins foul.
So what were we saying about the fouls? It just
right, now they started to pick up a little bit here. Hyde on the free kick for Wayzata. Driving it towards the net on a bounce. Petty to stop.
Petty covering nice. That was a long shot, and it was kind of low, but she stood her ground and able to bring that ball in. Turnover.
Here's Brewer with it. Nice return pass from Kalkar. Brewer. It's double team. Ball out of bounds off of Hopkins. Goes off of Newcomb and out. Throw in Wayzata. Krasic with the throw in. Newcomb couldn't keep that in play, and that's a corner kick for Wayzata.
Right, it just rolled over and get our fifth corner.
Clark will set it up on the corner kick. Up in the air, header. A little bit left of the net. Now out top. Hopkins able to clear it away. Chipped ahead by Chance Douglas toward midfield. Header back by Hyde for Wayzata. Right side, onto the foot of Aiken, and up ahead across midfield. Here's Clark, pushed to the ground by Mandler, and whistle, and the foul on Hopkins. We're under 8 minutes to play in the first half, tied at 1. Hyde free kick. Header, another header. Turner got on it. Up in the air, Prosic. And Petty knocks the ball away and makes the save. About 4 headers in a row there, and finally ends up in the hands of Prosic. There's Turner, and then cleared away the defender. Prosic.
Another one.
Another header by Brewer, and then Petty. Good job. Went off briefly off of her own defender, Sperling, and right back to Petty.
So fortunate for the defense that time.
Still 1-1 score. Play ahead left side. Got past Turner. Comes to Davis of Hopkins. Out of play. Throw in. Wayzata. On a bounce, it comes to Petty, and then she gets upended. A whistle already blown.
Yeah, that was offside called, and there's going to be a warning issued here for running into the keeper. No card, so it'll just be the offside. Handball.
Free kick, Wayzata. Another whistle.
If the center ref wants the ball back where the foul was called, not necessarily where she took it from. And go back and back. Okay, now he's happy. Wayzata obviously wanted to get a quick kick.
Hyde's free kick was stopped, and back comes Hopkins. Play broken up by Colpeen defensively as he tried to thread the long pass ahead. The Royals did. Unsuccessful, and Petty at the other end, able to scoop up the loose ball. Offside, and Dillon's pass was out of play. Throw in for Hopkins. Sperling getting it in play for O'Neill. Out in front of the Hopkins net. Royals trying to clear. Clark with the takeaway for Wayzata.
Nice centering
pass. Chance here, and Kalkar just fired it a little high. Has had about 3 of those here in the first half. They've gone just over the crossbar. Is it the third one right here?
Right here. Ball's up, way up in the air. Could have waited about half a second longer. That may have been down further because she had an open side of the net to shoot at.
Off of Hopkins, throw in Wayzata.
Kind of like number 5, Aiken on Hopkins. Good hustle, lots of speed.
Officials timeout. Talking to Addison Clark.
I have no idea what he said to her. Probably about running into people, but
didn't give a card though.
No, no card, just a warning.
Giesting on the free kick. Knocked down in front. Chased down, sideline. A good play by Douglas to get between 2 players. Chance Douglas. And her pass was broken up and sent back out of play. Comes back to Douglas. And out of play off of her, and throw-ins for Wayzata. Brewer with a good header, trying to get it to Turner. Turner colliding with Giesting. Who gets whistles for a foul, and the free kick for the Trojans. Now to 3 minutes to play here in the first half. Tied at 1. Hopkins intercepting the Clark free kick. Ball comes to Lavin Douglas. Turning, trying to send it ahead for Aiken. And broke it up and played out of bounds. Not a good defensive play by Maleka. Quickly back into play. Shot toward the net. Stoner getting a hand out and gathers the ball up. Chance Douglas had the shot. Stoner the save. And her goal kick gets out to midfield. Ball ahead by Prozic. Right side.
A little bit too far. It'll be a throw in for Hopkins.
Clark couldn't get to the ball. We will get a throw in. Turner
trying to
getting
get
free. Her shot away, but well wide of the net. Goal kick for Hopkins. Minute and a half to play here in the first half. Aiken trying to move it up the right side, broken up by Hyde. Dillon, middle of the field, now onto the foot of Turner. Her shot blocked. Now we'll get a corner kick for Wayzata.
Now, usually you get a good opportunities on the corner kicks, but Wayzata's been kicking these pretty high and deep. This one was low and right, almost right to somebody.
Shot away, and Golgar missed on the net. Yeah, they're trying a variety of things going like they did there. Tried a couple short passes, and this one putting in front. Golgar just a little too high. The defender right in front of her and couldn't get a good angle on the shot.
But that was a good corner. It was
Yes.
it was lower. It was more in play than the others.
Clark's pass ahead. There's a Golgar again.
Nice move.
Created a little separation and drilled out of bounds by Giesting.
And I think that's going to be it for the first half. Let's get something really quick here.
5 seconds to go. Ball in the air, and Petty will come out and stop it as we come to the end of the first half. Wayzata goal by Ava Brewer and Gavin Douglas scoring for Hopkins. Makes it a 1-1 score at halftime tonight. The SIG, especially early on, Wayzata really controlling play for a good share of that half, and Hopkins able to get the equalizer and much more even match the last 10-12 minutes, I thought.
Well, absolutely. I think Wayzata made a mistake on defense. Let the Hopkins player, that was Aiken, number 5, coming in and getting the equalizer. That was kind of a defensive mistake, but I think Wayzata showed tremendous ball control. Very effective getting the ball moved around deep in the Hopkins end, but just not able to finish off, and that could hurt him a little bit. But we'll see what happens in the second half, depending on what Coach Pesnecker tells his team. I can guarantee he's going to say, keep doing the same thing you're doing. You're getting good opportunities. You may not get the quality shots, but you are getting shots. Just be patient, take what they can give you, and go from there. For Hopkins, they've been bending but not breaking on defense, not giving up a whole lot of quality shots, and their keeper's been pretty good in net.
1-1 the score. We'll take a break, come back with more. You're watching coverage of Lake Conference Girls Soccer live on 12 Sports.
Well, Thomas, you've got prediabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have prediabetes. Big time.
Fancy pants peanut butter? A big screen television? You haven't even bought a sofa yet. A motorcycle? When your father finds out, he's gonna flip his shoes with 2 buckles? What do you even need 2 buckles for? Mr. Big Shot, buying whiskey shots for everybody in the bar. From the looks of it, I'd say nobody even remembers. Feed the pig.
Wayzata won, Hopkins won. Second match of the season between these two teams. Wayzata won the first one 1-0. We're even up after 40 minutes here tonight. Highlights from the first half. Good chance very early on for Ashley Aiken of Hopkins, with McKenna Stoner able to reach up and make the save. The team was 2 minutes into the match. Several corner kicks for Wayzata. This one just high off the foot of Megan Maleka. Then a throw in, and then this is what led to the Wayzata goal. Ball came free off the hands of Jordan Petty and right to Eva Brewer, and the sophomore able to put it away. It was 1-0 Wayzata just over 9 minutes into the match. And more scoring opportunities in the first half as well. This through ball coming to Addison Clark, trying to pick that top corner and just missed a little bit high. And then Hopkins getting her great scoring chance, and Lyman Douglas able to put it away for her 6th goal of the season to make it 1-1. Trojans with the definite edge in the shots. The shots on goal actually in favor of Hopkins. Fouls even. 6 corner kicks, all for Wayzata in that first half. Coming into play this week, here's a look at the Class AA state rankings. Wayzata number 1, although I would think they would probably fall with their second loss in the last 3 matches earlier this week when they lost to Edina. Stillwater probably moving up to number 1 unless the Ponies were to lose tonight. Rosemont is number 3, and then it's Mounds View, Minneapolis, Washburn, Eastridge, Egan, Andover, Centennial, and East View in rounding out the top 10. Edina, who just beat Wayzata the other night, is at number 11. Then it's Lakeville North, Minnetonka, the other team to defeat the Trojans this year, comes in at number 13. Then Hopkins at number 14. Cretin-Derham Hall, Maple Grove's having a good season. Armstrong having a good year. They're 9-1-2 on the year. St. Michael, Albertville, and Woodbury. 1-1 our score. Wayzata and Hopkins. Take a break. More on Lake Conference Soccer on 12 Sports after this.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
They said a bottle was just a bottle. That no one would ever notice me. But I knew I could be more. That one day, I would make people smile.
The color in my garden keeps the pink in my cheeks. I was very independent and thought I could take care of myself. I fell and I had to have Meals on Wheels. They're my savior. My name is Lola Silvestri. America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say hello. Volunteer by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
We are back at Hopkins High School and about to start the second half. Wayzata and Hopkins all knotted up at one in our late conference girls soccer match here this afternoon. For Hopkins, I'm sure a lot to build on. Sig, just with the momentum they gained near the end of that first half. Again, you know, outplayed much of that half, but again, getting that goal certainly was a big boost for them. As you look at the Royals' upcoming schedule, St. Louis Park, and then Edina next week.
And then turn around the next night, play them again. Home and home type situation.
And for Wayzata, Eden Prairie coming up next week, and then Minnetonka to close out their regular season before the Section 6AA tournament begins 2 weeks from tonight, October the 13th. And for Wayzata, like you had said, they can do much of the same. They, again, offensively, they had more possession time. Only resulted in one goal. But you saw, if you looked at them at halftime, they had another 3-4 chances where they just missed the net. Well, they missed, but you know they're getting opportunities, quality opportunities that they just need to put away if they're to win tonight.
Yeah, and that's what Coach Besnick said before the game, that they're doing everything right. They just can't get that finishing shot. And I think some of that's probably just a little bit of frustration on their side. They see an opportunity and they feel they have to take the shot. And I think on a couple, 3 or 4 of those, if they would have just waited 1 or 2 seconds more to settle the ball down and get the shot that they need, because they're getting open. They're having the time to take the shot, but they're just rushing it. And on defense, I know he's told them, you know, you got to be wary of number 5, Aiken and Douglas, because they can get in there and get behind you, and they did. Caught the defense coming up a little bit too far and gave up a fairly easy goal. But Hopkins did get a lot of momentum after that goal. They started pressing more.
And we are underway in the second half. Ball out of play. We're going to throw in for Hopkins. And out of play, another throw in for Lavin Douglas this time. Cleared ahead by Wayzata out to midfield. Stopped by Kalkar. Turns to her left and fading it off. Is Sydney Remark, who's into the match here in the second half, number 17. Now it's Turner trying to get it free ahead. Oh, and Lily Gilbertson's offside.
Gilbertson was off to the races on that one.
Now we'll see. We've seen Tony Pesnicker do this for many years, where he'll have good scoring forwards, and he'll sometimes substitute out his forwards at halftime, put in a couple of new forwards and midfielders, and they have the fresh legs, and they're certainly capable of scoring. Gilbertson's one of them. She did not play in the first half, but she's got 6 goals on the season, number 2 for Wayzata.
Yeah, and that's exactly what the Wayzata team or the coaching staff wants. They want to distribute the scoring opportunities so the opposing team doesn't, you know, just collapse or watch one player.
Madison Clark's shot going wide. And a goal kick for Hopkins. Easting on the goal kick, the senior defender. And it goes off of her teammate Lauren Sperling and out. Throw in Wayzata. It'll be handled by Hyde.
Battle for it there.
Turner got double teams off of Turner and out. Throw in Hopkins. Coming back toward Frank. And she'll let her roll. It was off of Wayzata. And another goal kick for the Hopkins Royals.
Seem to have a shoeless issue in this game.
A free kick here, a goal kick rather, for Geesting.
Yeah, right into traffic, and Wayzata picking it up. Almost ended up with a breakaway.
Clark got it had for Turner. Turner fires, and save made by Petty.
It seemed that time that Wayzata did exactly what we're talking about, getting a much better angle at it.
Ball up to midfield. Chipped ahead right side, and this will go out of play. Clark couldn't save it in, and we'll get a throw in for Hopkins. Allison Davis, senior defender, putting it in play. Comes to the middle of the field on the pass to Ellen Frank. Nice little touch pass by Isabel Olsen, looking to get it ahead for Aiken. Broken up by Wayzata.
Nice takeaway there by number 17, Remark.
Now got it ahead to Turner. Get Gilbertson in the middle of the field.
Looking for a chance to get across.
Turner gets inside the defender, knocked off her foot, turns with it, and fires on net. And Petty another save.
I thought maybe she held on a little bit too long there as the defense started coming over and going for the takeaway, but she got a good shot off.
Ball played back deep and cleared by Cole Peen toward the sideline. Back up ahead, Gilbertson. On the right side, getting it past Allison Davis, trying to play it ahead for Turner, but too far and out of play. Goal kick Hopkins. From midfield, good click. Player ahead by Maddie Anderson, comes all the way in on net. Petty will stop it.
Turner was going to go for it, but then she realized she was going to be offside and backed off a little bit.
Gilbertson able to take it away from Laura Frank.
Trying up the middle, now to the left. Ooh,
Clark trying to play it to Remark. Out of play off Hopkins.
Got a little bit ahead of her.
Tried to throw into Clark.
Hi, double team with me.
Clark left side. Ballcar running after it, bumping there with Laura Frank down the sideline. Throw in Wayzata. Whistle.
I think they either questioning whether the position of where the throw-in was or if it was illegal. I think it was the position because she's doing it again.
Good breakup by Laura Frank. Hopkins clearing it. Maddie Anderson putting it back deep for Wayzata. Turning is Turner with a shot, and Petty just got a piece of that. Good scoring chance for Morgan Turner.
Look at this. Puts the ball down the foot, makes an immediate turn and shot. And Petty has to push that one out. That was a great opportunity, good shot. And that results in a corner for the Trojans. Another deep shot.
Ball up in the air, header, and goes just wide. Off the head of Kalkar.
Substitution for the Rose coming on 13.
Abby Mandler, junior, number 13, into the match for Hopkins. Kylie Newcomb out. At midfield, it's Maleka. Razic with her shot got blocked. Back to midfield. Maleka with it again. That one past Remark and out of play off of Wayzata.
Couldn't quite catch up to that one. That was number 8, Kalkar.
Sperling out. Off of Wayzata, another throw in for Hopkins. And it goes to Aiken, but back defending was Colpeen. I think there's going to be a whistle against Colpeen and a free kick here for Hopkins. And a Geesting on the free kick. She handles a lot of these for Hopkins. Drills it toward the net. And Stoner on a bounce makes the save.
It had some pretty good speed on it for being that far out. Petty with a nice high kick. Hopkins with control.
Aiken trying to advance the ball ahead to Olsen, out of play off Wayzata. No, excuse me, it just missed on the pass. It is indeed Wayzata with the throw in. Back into play, but it comes to Aiken of Hopkins. Look to get it to Lavin Douglas. Broken up, sent to midfield. Back ahead by Frank. And out of play off of Hyde. Another throw in for Hopkins. Olsen getting it quickly in. Lavin Douglas got it back. The head came off the foot of Ellen Frank. Two pairs of sisters on this Hopkins varsity team, Laura and Ellen Frank, and Chance and Lavin Douglas. All playing a lot of minutes here tonight.
Yep.
And that one deflects off of Clark. Another throw in for Hopkins. Sperling's throw in. Ball came free almost for Lavin Douglas. It's still loose out in front. Aiken trying to move in. She gets knocked down, gets back up.
Wow.
A lot of bodies around the ball, a whistle. And finally it'll go back Hopkins or Wayzata's way.
Well, that was a scramble in front of the goal area.
No doubt. Both Lavin Douglas and Ashley Aiken, dangerous goal scorers, but neither really could get any kind of room to get a good shot away.
Yeah, they couldn't get any clear
No
shot.
space. Yep. Kalkar to Clark. Clark a little step around the midfielder there. Now passing up on the right side.
Couldn't get it past that foul defender.
Razic had it taken away from her. Headed and chipped ahead by Olsen for Hopkins. Too far for any of her teammates. Anderson for Hyde, and back to the middle of the field to Clark. Played ahead by Sperling. Left side, it's Chance Douglas after it. The two defenders watching her. It's off of Prazic, and now we're going to get our first corner tonight for the Hopkins Royals. They had 6 by Wayzata in the first half, but no corners for Hopkins.
Now we get an opportunity to see their set play from the corner. I'm going to guess they're going to do a little bit of a pass, and then that's it. Yep.
Olsen to Aiken. Aiken will move in. Turns, fires, blocked. Another block. Couple of good defensive plays there by Morgan Turner, senior forward. And finally cleared away by Stoner. Out to midfield. Clark heading in left side. Balcar ahead. And back to her. She'll move back to the middle of the field. A pass. Here's Clark is free. Madison Clark trying to move in. Gets past one defender. And Ellen Frank moves in and cleared by Mandler out to midfield. And to the foot of Aiken.
And again, one touch too many. That's
Olsen on the right. Excuse me, Singh.
Nope.
Was cleared away by Wayzata.
I was going to say good job by Hopkins that time, getting in there and intercepting those passes on the defense.
Anderson playing it back for a keeper. Stoner back to Anderson. And ahead for Remark. Remark off of Sperling. Out of play as Olsen couldn't control it. It's Wayzata with the throw in. Hyde's throwing. It's trapped by Sperling. Aiken. Back middle of the field.
Aiken maintaining control. Nice centering pass.
Left side. Nice short pass by Chance Douglas trying to feed it ahead for Sister Lavin, but it's cleared away. We got a throw in for Wayzata. Brodzic getting it to midfield. Two players go down. The whistle is going to go against Wayzata. Gilbertson didn't like the call.
Saying who, me?
All right. Hopkins now on the free kick. They'll chip it toward the middle. Got her backed away by Wayzata. Hopkins gaining control again left side. Allison Davis. Another header came free in front, and Olsen's shot. Stoner diving out for it. That may have gone wide anyway, but Stoner made sure.
Yeah, if you're not sure, grab the ball. That's rolled back off the back. Left footed shot. Good decision. Get the ball, then you have control of it. Hopkins is doing a pretty good job on the 50-50 ball.
They gain control of one here. Chance Douglas trying to look it ahead for Olsen. Turned back by Wayzata, and they get it across midfield.
It should be Hopkins' ball. Oh, what do I know?
Throw in by Remark. Balcar turning, looking to pass it to Turner, and it's sent back the other way by Laura Frank. Hyde. Knocked off the ball. Good defensive play by Olsen.
Hopkins again with the throw-in.
Wayzata at midfield. Right side ahead to Morgan Turner. And played out by Geesting. We'll get a throw in for the Trojans. Geesting trying to clear it away. And now it is put out to midfield.
You can see Hopkins' defense doing a much better job in the second half. As soon as Wayzata player comes in the 20-yard area, they're right there trying to make sure they don't get good clear shot. Foul against Wayzata. They're third in the second half.
Isabel Olsen too far on her pass ahead for Aiken, out of play. Quick throw in Hopkins. Aiken gets sandwiched between two players, Hyde and Colpeen. Whistle, it's against Hopkins, and a free kick for Wayzata. Hyde getting it out to midfield. Call card, chip it ahead left side. They can't keep it in play. Looking to pass it to Turner. On the sideline, it's off of Hopkins. Throw in Wayzata. And Gilbertson will go back and play it for Hyde. She'll chip it ahead. Turner trying to stay on side, but the Hopkins defenders were there, including Geesting, to play it away.
But he gets the throw in.
Turner, excuse me, a freshman coming in now.
It looks like Remark will be taking the throw in.
Goes toward the corner and cleared away and out. So we get a corner kick here for Wayzata.
You think eventually they're going to get a score on these corners. You can't give them that many opportunities.
Turner got it shot away, and Petty with the stop on Maleka. And we play on at 1-1 near the midway point here in the second half. Down the sideline, off Hopkins, throw in. Wayzata, Hyde will put it in play. Hitter by Maleka. And now it comes to the foot of Clark.
Nice turn on the feed.
Trying to feed it ahead on a nice defensive play to break that up. I think it was Grace Colpeen that got into that. Otherwise, it would have been a clear scoring chance for Douglas. Now it comes back to the foot of Sperling. To Aiken. Aiken, Hopkins puts some pressure on here. Gets past one defender, still with the ball. Now gives it up on a pass. Turning, but not really much of an angle to get a shot on goal. And this one goes wide. And a goal kick for Wayzata.
Good look there at Isabel Olsen, number 7.
Oh, the midfield then played ahead and deep by Remark.
Turner trying to get down, and she does. Makes the turn.
Morgan Turner now comes back, falls down, whistle.
Uh-oh, depends on what we have. It's inside the penalty area. And if that's a major foul, and it looks like it is, you could have a penalty kick.
Yep. We will have a penalty kick indeed here for Morgan Turner.
Turner making her turn right here and then gets tripped up. Yep, that is a major foul. So Wayzata with a golden opportunity on the penalty kick.
For Jordan Petty, she more or less just has to guess on where Turner's going to go with this shot.
The best thing is hit any of the corners. Any of the 4 corners will work. That'll work.
She found one. Morgan Turner with her 12th goal of the season on the penalty kick. And Wayzata takes the lead 2-1.
You see it again. Nice placement. The opposite side of where the keeper Petty was going. Made it look easy. Here's a look at number 9. Hopkins coming right back.
Play broken up by Maya Turner. Hopkins getting it back though. One more time, it's Lavin Douglas. Now, young Frank got it over to Isabel Olsen. Olsen goes down, battling with Remark for the ball.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a goal kick, so good defense at that time by the Trojans. Petty with the goal kick. A little short.
Throw in for Hopkins.
Yeah, not Petty. That was Stoner with the corner.
Out of play off of Hyde, and we'll get another throw in for Hopkins. Sperling getting it in play for Lavin Douglas. Chip to the middle of the field and cleared away by Anderson for Wayzata. Now Lavin Douglas getting it left side to Chance Douglas. Chance chipping it to the middle. Battle for position and control of the ball. Working hard as Yellen Frank to get it for Hopkins. Now back to the middle of the field once more. Cleared away on the header by Turner, sent deep again by Hopkins, but too far here for Olsen and out of play. Goal kick for McKenna, Stoner, and Wayzata. Stoner, I mentioned earlier, has allowed just 4 goals on the season, goals against a 0.52. She's played about 2/3 of the minutes this year. Maddie Lowe is their other keeper. She's allowed just 2 goals on the season with the goals against of 0.44.
Pretty good stats.
Wayzata with the 2-1 lead now, inside of 17 minutes to go. Off Wayzata. The whistle. Foul against the Trojans. Hopkins putting it back into the play. Aiken. Back to Mandler. Now here comes Hopkins with it. Isabel Olsen. Trying to feed it ahead from Lavin Douglas. Getting back there was Maleka. Getting back to Douglas. She'll put it on. A little high. On target, but high.
Good offensive series that time, and also last time down the field, getting an opportunity, but getting it high over the top of the crossbar. Still a good setup for the Royals.
Ball to midfield. Hopkins working it left side. Back ahead. Addie Anderson up to midfield. Hawkar trying to get after it, but will shield it off from the ball by Laura Frank and cleared ahead by Petty. Loose ball. Race for it. Getting there is Remark for Wayzata, and then cleared away by Laura Frank for Hopkins. Ahead by Olsen. Maleka for Wayzata.
I think this is going to be, yeah, a little bit of forearm to the body.
Hyde will take the free kick for Wayzata.
A lot of spin on that one.
This one will go wide off the long shot and not a play. Wayzata now get an opportunity. Gilbertson's free or shot away. And
took the shot right at the keeper.
Right at Petty, who had just to get down to make the save. Look at it again.
The right side was wide open. She wishes she had that one again. Yep.
Hopkins clearing it away to midfield. Knocked down there. It comes back to Gilbertson again. Trying to feed it up for Clark on the right side. That was broken up. At midfield, comes back to the foot of Maleka. The remark, driving it down left side. Race for it. Turner going after it for Wayzata and just couldn't control the ball to get a play back into the field. But Turner really with a good effort to get to the ball at all.
Yeah, just to make contact with it.
Yeah.
She's got a lot of good speed.
Coming up for the Royals, number 3, Allison Bates.
Gonna re-kick. The player being substituted was not off the field yet.
Geesting putting it away out to midfield near the sideline, where it's kept in play by Olsen and cleared across midfield by Mandler. A whistle. Mandler went down. I think we're going to get a foul against Wayzata and a free kick here for the Royals. Good boot into it by Geesting again. Lavin Douglas tried to feed it ahead. Her sister Chance came back to Lavin. They'll arc one toward the net, headed away by Wayzata. Hopkins will try to reset.
It's tough to get any passes in the midfield from either side because everybody is really attacking those 50-50 balls and getting the takeaways. Normally you see teams setting up in the midfield trying to get the play set up, but you get a chance for one touch and that's it.
Hyde able to drive the ball out to midfield, and the goal kick cleared ahead back again by Hopkins. At midfield, whistle, foul on Hopkins.
Good out there at Addison Clark, number 7, for the Trojans, as we wait for the free kick.
Hyde with the free kick.
Way down the field.
Clark past Turner. And driven out by Hopkins. Redo the throw in again. No, it's going to go to Hopkins. Up into the air and rolling to the Wayzata bench. Another throw in for Hopkins. Olsen. Ahead for Aiken. Gopine played it away from her briefly. Spun away by Anderson toward the sideline. Collision there. Aiken wins that ball. Aiken getting herself some space, passing it to Olsen, driving a shot, and the Stoner the save.
And that was the first shot on goal for Hopkins. Look at this move by Aiken right there. What a nice touch getting that pass over to Douglas. Was it on the move going in the other direction?
Gilbertson right side, can't keep it in play. Throw in Hopkins. We're inside of 10 minutes to go here in the second half. The only scoring in the second half, the penalty kick goal by Morgan Turner to put Wayzata in front 2-1. Bouncing ahead. Remark unable to get a good swing on that ball to get a clearing attempt. It's out of play, off of Hopkins. And a goal kick for Wayzata.
Hannah Hyde managing to get that ball off the forward and draws the kick. There's Emily Dillon just coming in, number 3 for Wayzata.
Here's Hyde out toward midfield. Header by Colpeen advanced to midfield. Cleared back ahead by Allison Davis.
Ooh.
Down hard, and a whistle against Aiken. And Maleka went down, but it bounced right back up. It looks like she went down pretty hard initially.
It sounded like it.
Sounded worse than it looked like it apparently was, as Megan able to get back up. Now we'll get a free kick here for Wayzata, be taken by Hyde.
And again sends it deep into traffic. Hopkins in mass on defense that time to get the ball out of danger area.
Olsen advancing it to midfield. Another throw in here for Hopkins. Be taken by Sperling. Getting it ahead for Olsen. Hyde defending her. Olsen able to create some space. Deflects off of Aiken, and a good clear away by Anderson of Wayzata. Davis ahead for Chance Douglas. And then out of play, kicked out by Maya Turner. Pass in comes to Aiken. Cleared, but not all the way out. Mandler getting a foot on it. Clark couldn't take it away from her. Comes to midfield. Turner trying to get free.
And she does. Look at this speed. She's got about 5 yards on the defenders.
Turner
sends it across and missed.
And a shot to goal.
What a sequence that was. And that was all on the foot of Turner. Watch this move right here. This great speed getting down there, feeds the ball over. And then there's
Emily Dillon on the far side after it got past Gilbertson, and Dillon, a sophomore, able to put it away for her 3rd goal of the season to make it 3-1.
There were 2 assists, but I'm going to give the major assist to Turner for just getting down there. Now a bit of pressure on the Hopkins offense. They need to get Aiken involved and get Douglas involved to get some opportunities. And here they come.
Olsen's pass missed, and a throw in for Wayzata. That's off of Sperling and out. Another throw in for the Trojans by Hyde. Too high with the pass. It's off of Frank. Cleared ahead. Turner trying to get it ahead, or Clark rather, trying to get it ahead for Dillon. Just missed connecting as goalkeeper Petty made a nice play at it. Now back to midfield again, Wayzata. Regaining control. Addison Clark. A nice little move, then goes down trying to get past the second wave of defenders, but a foul whistled against Hopkins, and a free kick in good position here for Wayzata.
Yeah, she didn't get the ball passed, but Addison Clark doing a great job drawing the foul from the 35-yard line out. And we know Clark can really put some power on this ball. She could go right for the goal. It's a direct kick.
That's what she's going to try to do, but missed the net, and it's wide. And a goal kick for Hopkins. But now inside of 5 minutes to play, and the Royals trail by 2 goals. Geesting puts a foot into the ball, getting it out to midfield. Header back by Wayzata. Came to Aiken. She turns, fires it up left side. Back defensively is Anderson for Wayzata. Out of play, throw in. for Chance Douglas and Hopkins. Back to the foot of Aiken. And Clark back into the play defensively for Wayzata. Gets the takeaway. Pass comes up to midfield now. Gilbertson gaining control, leading it ahead. And this one too far for Turner. And all the way back to Petty, who boots it ahead to midfield. Header by Aiken, but cleared away by Anderson again for Wayzata. Left side, Laura Frank out of the midfield, out of play, throw in for the Trojans. Turner on the throw in. Maya Turner. Ball into the air. Stopped, goes left side, and unable to keep it in was Chance Douglas. Throw in for Wayzata. Here come the Trojans. Out of play. Throw in Wayzata. Ball comes to Gilbertson. Gilbertson gets herself free, pushing it toward Turner in front, or for Clark rather, in front. And high and over the net. Gilbertson showing good patience there and trying to set her teammate up. And Clark just high on the shot. Defender got back into the play as well. Now to midfield. Hopkins under 3 minutes to play. Trailing by 2. Back into possession of Wayzata. Out of play off Hopkins. Throw in by Dillon, who had that last goal for the Trojans. And it comes to Gilbertson. Gilbertson, defender goes down, deflects back out. Dillon will chip it toward the net. It'll go wide of Petty and the Hopkins goal, and a goal kick for the Royals. In midfield, Hopkins, Olsen ahead, but nobody there in a white jersey in front of her, and cleared away and out of play by Wayzata.
And Wayzata content to just go ahead and eat up as much clock as possible.
The clear by Wayzata to midfield. Header by Dillon out of play. Throw in for Hopkins. Remark whistles for a foul as she knocked down Olsen. Off the free kick. Stopped by Wayzata. Cleared away by Maleka. Hasting after it. Up across midfield. And out of play off of Wayzata's Hannah Hyde. Throw in for Hopkins.
Hopkins trying to get something set up. They need a goal right now just to get an opportunity to get the equalizer.
That long shot punched out by Stoner. Hopkins is hoping for a foul there. I think perhaps a good no call as Hyde goes down hard.
Wow,
no call there either.
Almost did a flip.
Throw back in by Wayzata off of Hopkins. Throw in for the Trojans by Remark. Got it in for Clark. Header is cleared back ahead by Ellen Frank of Hopkins. Now we get a foul on Wayzata.
And a stop.
Olsen went down hard.
Yeah, we got 16 seconds to go, or 15 seconds to go. And I think we're going to get a card this time. Yep.
Yellow card whistled against Hannah Hyde. She'll come out.
Yeah, she knew what the referee was looking for. She said, "Here I am. Give me my card and I'll go off field." 16 seconds to go. Hopkins needs to get those into the net.
Olsen driving it toward the goal, and Stoner the save. And he gets knocked down as to be the final seconds of the match.
Little push at the end, but no call. It's not going to make any difference.
So Wayzata will get the season sweep in the regular season, at least, of Hopkins. They won 1-0 a couple of weeks ago, and tonight SIG a win by a final score of 3-1.
And a big win considering where we are in the standings in the conference and getting ready for the seedings for the sections. I think both teams played well, but I love the action. There's a lot of takeaways, a lot of good passing, a lot of good movement. I think Wayzata had the opportunity, obviously, with their offense. Hopkins' defense did a good job, not breaking, but bending some. The penalty kick pretty much took the wind out of their game. And like I said, I love watching a game like this. We have two good teams playing hard and going really good at each other.
Wayzata with the win improves to 10-2-1 on the season. They are 4-2 in the conference. Hopkins drops to 8-4 overall and 3-2 in the Lake Conference. That'll do it for our telecast tonight. For Sig Ligery and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Thanks for tuning in for our coverage of the Lake Conference girls soccer. The Wayzata Trojans win it over the Hopkins Royals, 3-1 the final.
Thank you.